All right, let's begin. Hi, everyone, and welcome to today's training session with neuroflash. Today, we're going to look into not only text generation, but also how neuroflash can help you to make your creation process, your creativity a bit better, a bit easier. And I'm going to show you a process from generating campaign ideas to generating ad copy with neuroflash. While I'm waiting for some other people to join, let me quickly introduce you to the tool that we're using today. On the right side, you should see a chat, which is currently on private mode. Later on, we're going to have a Q&A session where I'm going to make the chat public so everybody can see everybody else's questions. Right now, you could do me a quick favor by just typing in your name or say hi or whatever so I can see that the chat is working. That'd be very nice of you. And on the left side, you should see my shared screen and me, and you should also, of course, hear me. And if you don't hear me, just let me know and I'll try to make that work. And I'm getting some responses in the chat, so I know that's working. That's very good. Okay, let's jump right in, I would say. Today in this free training, I want to discuss with you the following things. First, I'm going to share with you some training objectives that I have with you. Then I'm going to talk about some basics behind neuroflash, which is probably more important for those of you who have not worked with neuroflash or don't have so much experience with AI copy generation. Then I'm going to show you what kind of steps in the creation or of the creation process we can display with neuroflash. And then we're going into our app, and I'm going to show you how that process looks like in neuroflash. So not only generating text, but also gathering some creative ideas with neuroflash. And then in the end, there's more time for your questions if you have any. And I'm going to wrap the session up in hopefully about 30 minutes. My name is Lasse. I'm in the customer success team here at neuroflash. Maybe some of you know me already. I've done these webinars for a couple of months now, and also always responding to your questions in our support center if you have any. Okay, let's go, I would say. Starting with our training objectives for this session today. First of all, I want to start with giving you some basics about AI copywriting, the AI copywriting process. So how do we at neuroflash display this process of creating copy and writing copy with the help of AI? Then I want you to gain some insights into our app and how the app looks like, how it works, how the process works. And then thirdly, which is most importantly for me today, I want you to learn how to use neuroflash not only for text generation, but also as a source for creativity, as a source for inspiration. Okay, starting with our background with the basics behind neuroflash, behind our AI. neuroflash is based on a language model called GPT-3, and this is our AI. And this language model, GPT-3, has gathered 10% of the content of the entire internet and has collected 300 billion words, which is quite a lot if you think about the fact that the whole Wikipedia pages only cover 30 billion words. GPT-3 has collected information about 300 billion words, and therefore is able to generate text that we cannot really differentiate from text that we as humans write. And how does this actually work, this technology? Like so many other things in data science or AI, this is more or less based on a probability calculation. In the first step, the AI always needs an input. And this input, for example, could be this word here, good. And based on all the information that the AI has read through, it's able to calculate the word that will most likely follow after our input word good. And this word might be morning, day, or evening. And this way, the AI really works step by step in order to form complete sentences that we can display via neuroflash and that you can use for whatever purpose you have for it. And how does this actually translate into neuroflash, and how and where does neuroflash come into place? neuroflash is there in order to provide the AI with the input that it needs. And this is done with our interface. And here we have a very simple copywriting process in place, which works with an input and an output. Here on the left side, you see our briefing template that you find everywhere on our app whenever you want to generate text. And this is the input, where you first select the language. What language do you want the text to be in? Then secondly, you can choose out of 80 or more than 80 different so-called text types that we offer. So here you can actually decide what kind of text you want to generate. Do you want a product description? Do you want to write a blog article? Do you want to write a subject line for your next newsletter? This is what you can decide here. And then in most of the cases, you have one or two more fields where you can provide input. And this input is to give the AI your contextual input. So what kind of product do you want to write about? What kind of service is it that you want to write about? What are your keywords maybe? So if you want to write a blog article, you can enter your keywords so that the blog article that is generated use a lot of your keywords in order for it to perform well in Google or for Google. And then lastly, you can always also select advanced settings where you can decide on the tonality of the text. And with this input, you can then click on create, and neuroflash will generate text for you in real time, text that is unique. So you don't need to worry about plagiarism or copyright. Every text that is being generated by neuroflash is unique, is generated just for you in this moment, and it's your text that you can freely use. Okay, coming to my last step before jumping into our app, I just wanted to show you the steps of the creation process, a pretty basic creation process, to be fair, that we can really work with in neuroflash. So just imagine that you're selling a product and you want to develop a new marketing campaign. What would you usually do? Maybe first you would try to understand the needs of your consumers and understand the benefits of your product, right? And this is what we can do with neuroflash as well, which I'm going to show you in about 2 minutes. And then secondly, of course, based on those needs by your consumers, you want to generate creative ideas, marketing ideas that you can, in the third step, then transform into copy, text, or even images, visuals. And these 3 steps we can display with neuroflash, and I'm going to show you how right now. So I hope you're ready to go into our app, which is what I'm going to do right now. So for those of you who have not worked with neuroflash, this is our AI writer, our main feature, and it's the feature that we use in order to generate text by neuroflash by our magic pen, what we call it. Usually what you would do when you first want to open up a new project or you want to generate text, you would click on new document. But for this training, I have already added a document, which is this here. And what you always see when you open up a new document or an existing document is this here. You have here on this side, on this left side, you have our text editor, which would usually be empty if you just opened up a new text document. I just added some notes here for our training today. This text editor works like a pretty basic, like a Word document, I would say. So you can just enter text manually, of course. You can also format it, as you see, but mainly it's there to grab all the text that is generated by the AI and put it together in here. So you see what is being generated, what your favorite ideas are, and then you're able to manually edit them, change them, combine them, etc. And then here on the right side, you have our toolbar, and I'm going to open up here our so-called magic pen. And here, this should look familiar because I just showed you our briefing template. And this is pretty much the same. First, you can open up this drop-down menu here. By the way, language is not being asked right now because I set the language to English when I first opened the document. So that's why this is missing. But here, this is the second drop-down, or the second field in the briefing template, which is now the first one, which is the drop-down where you can select the text type that you want to work with. And since we want to start our creative process with understanding the needs of our customers and understanding our product benefits, I will open up our text type, which is already existing, called product benefits, which is right here. And in English language, this text type is currently still in beta version. So it might happen that there are some quality issues, but I'm pretty confident that we're gonna get some nice product benefits back after we enter our keywords, which is what we're asked right now. So, so we could say our keyword is organic coffee beans from Brazil. Why not take this? And based on this simple and short information of Brazil, we can just click on create in order to generate text with this information, now to have our product benefits generated. As you can see, you have quite some room to make your keywords more detailed, add some other keywords. So you have up to 250 characters in here. I'm just going to leave it with this at this moment. And also you can choose those advanced settings where you can set your tonality, which is what I'm not going to do right now, because in the end, the text that is being generated right now for me is just, it's not text that I want to publish anywhere. It's just text that I need as the source of inspiration. So I don't need it to sound very funny or positive or powerful. So let's see what happens if I click on create. Right now, our magic pen now generates text for you, or for me in this case, in real time, text that is unique, text that you won't find like this anywhere else on the internet. And what's happening here, we get some text back that sums up some product benefits about our organic coffee beans from Brazil. Okay, so the first text here, if you're looking for the best cup of coffee you've ever had, look no further than our organic coffee beans from Brazil. These beans are roasted to perfection and have a rich, full flavor. So my source of inspiration tells me if I want to sell organic coffee beans from Brazil, they probably have rich, full flavor. Maybe something that I haven't really thought about. Plus, they're certified organic, so you can rest assured knowing that you're drinking the best possible coffee. So another product benefit not only is that they're actually organic, but that they're certified to be organic, which might be a really important product benefit when it comes to what consumers expect from organic coffee. So certified organic is another product benefit that we just got from neuroflash. Just checking some other suggestions here. Organic coffee beans from Brazil are some of the best in the world. They offer a rich flavor and aroma that you won't find in any other coffee bean. When you drink coffee made from these beans, you know that you're getting the best possible cup of coffee. So here they say coffee from Brazil is the best. Another really convincing benefit. Of course, here pay attention or be careful, because in the text generated by neuroflash, there is no fact checking in that sense. So whenever you want to do claims like this, be sure that they're actually true. And you probably know best if the product that you're selling or the service that you're selling is actually the best or it's not the best. So I take it right now here as an example, but just telling you that it's your responsibility to do the fact checking in order for Google maybe to identify the text that you're writing as quality content and not some clickbait content or so. Okay, so we of course could here edit our briefing, add some other keywords, and it would generate new suggestions with new focus areas, with new product benefits. But I think you get the idea for now. What I want to show you also is our another source for inspiration called the emotions detector. Here you can identify what your potential consumers might think about your product category, which is also obviously super important. And here again, I'll stick with my topic, organic coffee beans from Brazil. And I just click on create again, and it should give me a list of emotions consumers might have whenever they interact with this product category. I'll just click on some, so we have them on the left side. Let me sort them. And now we've gotten some emotions about the category of organic coffee beans from Brazil. People who drink coffee or buy products from this category have the feeling of being connected to others who share your interests, satisfaction in having thoughtful conversations, satisfaction in drinking delicious coffee, the feeling of being healthy by drinking organic coffee. So you see one emotion that we maybe can play around with in our messaging, in our potential campaign, is that people feel like they're doing something healthy for them because they're drinking organic coffee. So another good idea that we've just gotten from our magic pen. We indeed have another pretty similar text type, which is called associations. And here the emotions or associations people have with a category are even sorted into positive and negative associations. So we can also see what might some negative things be about our organic coffee beans from Brazil. And here we have it. So you can see these are the things that people associate positively with our keyword. And these are the negative ones, or in this case, it's just one negative one, and which is that our organic coffee beans from Brazil might be more expensive than other regular coffee beans, which makes sense probably. So we've now collected a variety of insights basically about our target group, about the needs of our target group, and about our product benefit. And with this knowledge, we can now go into the next step, which is generate some cool campaign ideas that fit to our product and fit to our insights. And for this, we just follow the same process. We go into our text types and we choose our first text type that is being useful for this, which is campaign ideas. Here in the first step, you can give a product description of the product that you want to sell or for which you want a campaign idea. And here you even have more space. I'm going to leave it to this right now, but here I would really suggest you to put everything in there that remakes your product so that the AI has everything it needs to develop ideas. Maybe let me quickly just add rich flavor, certified organic. What else did we have about our product? Rich and full flavor. Okay, let's leave it to that. And then here we can think of a brand name or a product name. I don't know, let's say Coffee Magic. I just made that up. And we can click on create in order to have some campaign ideas generated that we can use as cool marketing activities. Okay, and here we have really a list of different campaign ideas that fit to our product category and fit to our input. Maybe just reading some out loud. A mystery box style campaign where coffee aficionados can purchase a box of Coffee Magic beans and try to guess the origins of the beans. So I think that is a super cool idea to play around with our origin, which is Brazil. Maybe comparing those beans with beans from other countries. The bean to cup campaign highlighting the journey of Coffee Magic beans from the farm to the cup. Also here playing into that Brazil, grow in Brazil type of direction. Social media campaign, choose your adventure. So you see, you get a lot of really inspiring campaign ideas that you can use whenever you really lack creativity or your expensive agency just lacks good ideas for your product. We have another text type regarding this called growth ideas. It's pretty much the same. So we describe the product and we can enter our target audience here, and we can just say environmentally conscious consumers, and neuroflash will recommend to us again some ideas for growth. So how can we make our product more popular, more known, more famous? And here again, we'll get some cool ideas. Maybe we can apply for fair trade badge for our products. We can support the deforestation of our supply chain. So you see, you get really cool ideas that you maybe don't think of when you first think about how to promote your ideas or your product. Right, and then the last step begins, right? Because we have collected our insights about our product, about our target group. We have generated multiple ideas on how to really market the product, cool marketing campaigns, marketing ideas, growth ideas, which you can of course combine. You're totally free to do anything with what is suggested here. And now the last step would of course be to turn your ideas into text that you can put on your website, that you could put on a social media ad, for example. And here again, it's just about combining and using the right text types that we have. For one, you can use slogans that you can just use as a campaign slogan, use on your website, on your landing page. Again, we have this short description about our product, our keywords. Maybe let's put that here. Keyword might be coffee magic, organic coffee beans, maybe CO2 neutral, just made that up. What else? Rich flavor from Brazil. And here now, as we now want to generate text that we can, or that we want actually to use on our website and publish somewhere, we can set our tonality. So here you can decide, do we want to have a tonality that fits to our target group? Do we want to use the tonality that we always use for our brand? For now, I can just use positive and excited, for example. And again, I click on create. And I should now get some suggestions for slogans for our product, for our campaign. So here we have, again, a variety of examples. It's time to wake up and smell the coffee magic. I like, that's very funny. Coffee magic, organic, delicious, and good for the planet. So you actually see you get a lot of really cool suggestions. And you can always click on refresh to get some more. And alternatively, you could also say, okay, I want maybe some text for an ad, for a social media ad, for example. We have this category here, ad copy. So you could say, maybe give me a primary text for a Facebook ad within the launch of this product or within our marketing campaign. And here again, this is only for the brand and product name. So I put this information here. This is our brand name. I click on create, and I should now get some primary text for possible Facebook ads that we can distribute, which you can see here. When I click on refresh, at some point, you should also get some copy that includes some emojis. For example, this sometimes depends also on the input. Okay, it's not showing right now any emojis, but what you would usually find is whenever you select channels where, for example, emojis are just a part of, or hashtags, for example, you should very often see those in the suggestions made by neuroflash, made by our magic pen. But again, still, these are good text for a Facebook ad, I would say. Looking for an environmentally friendly and certified organic coffee, look no further than coffee magic. So this is really good for a Facebook ad, I would say. And last but not least, very quickly before I'm finishing up with the tutorial in our app today. Of course, when you create or generate copy, what you also want to use is visuals, image. It doesn't matter if it's for a social media post or for a blog article on your website, you want images. And for this, in neuroflash, we offer two options. One, in your toolbar here, we have an API with Unsplash, which you probably know. Just search your topics here and you can find images that you can use. So this is super easy. You can just click on them and you can add them here to the left side in the text editor. And also what we just launched last week is our AI images. So here you can actually, with the AI, generate new images that fit to your product, fit to your story, which you can then use for your own purposes. They are license free, royalty free, so they're yours. They're just generated in real time based on your briefing that you just click here. And there you have it. You have the full creation process from getting to know your product benefits and your customers to generating ideas and finally turning that into text, copy, and images, right? So this is actually everything that I wanted to show you in our app, which brings me to my presentation and to our Q&A. So if you have questions about this creation process, about neuroflash in general, feel free to ask these now and I'll be happy to answer them. I'll wait some minutes if you have any questions, and I'm happy to answer those. I don't see any questions yet, so let me quickly continue with the presentation, finish everything up, and if you need some more time for questions, just type them in later on, and I'll answer them then. Just finishing up with my presentation, I wanted to let you know that, of course, this webinar is not the only one. We're going to have our next webinar that is also a training webinar in 2 weeks time, but you also find a lot of videos about neuroflash, about how to use neuroflash on our YouTube channel and on our website. And so whenever you visit our website, you see on the top bar, there's a tab called Academy or similar, where we've collected quite some information on how to use neuroflash in order to make that as easy as possible for you. And then sorry, my screen just froze. No, last slide, sorry. For everyone who is new to neuroflash, of you guys, just letting you know that, of course, there's an option to use neuroflash for free. Just visit our website and you will see very quickly that you can write for free and by just creating a quick account, and you get 2,000 words for free every single month, just to try it out, test it out, and if you like it, you can choose one of our other subscription plans. And if you don't have any more questions right now, I don't see any at the moment. I'd be super happy if you could just take part in this very short survey that asks you to give a rating about today's webinar, but even more importantly, gives you the option to tell us what kind of topics we should talk about in upcoming webinars, so that you get the most out of it. I will be really glad about that, because only this way we can improve our webinars. And that's basically it. I don't see any questions, so I'm guessing that was rather clear what I tried to explain. I wish you a good day wherever you are, and hopefully see you soon. And keep on enjoying writing with our magic pen with neuroflash. And have a great day. Bye bye.